I've been in my new place for a good while now, since January of this year, basically. I'm not 100% sure when I'll get around to the other things, but some time ago I had purchased little platforms like for forklifts or pallet jacks. Little pallets. Give me a second. There are three of them down here, so that way I've got the storage space for when I get all my stuff back. I'm not sure when I'll get around to it exactly. I'm kind of reluctant to contact the woman who has my stuff on her property, just because it's apparent to me that she hasn't lived through certain life experiences or had certain relationships I've had. For example, narcissistic relationships. And because of this inexperience and resulting lack of understanding slash education, if you could even call it that, she is convinced that there's something wrong with me. And I cannot help but remember back in the day when she has repeatedly jumped to conclusions about me. I take, for example, I was just trying to learn from other people's mistakes and poor choices by reading the biographies of pattern day traders. She had jumped to conclusions thinking I was going to do pattern day trading, which I wasn't. And there she just jumps in saying that's gambling. Reading someone's biography is not gambling. In addition to that, several years since leaving my mother in 2019, she has watched me make strides in getting out of poverty, finding permanent housing, finding a job during the early lockdowns of COVID and everything like that. But for some reason, she's convinced that I am a threat to myself or others. And despite working my butt off to try and keep my mother out of my life, so desperate to keep her out of my life that I've even cut off ties to other relatives and former friends, she thinks I want to do something to my mom, unfortunately. But unfortunately, that's just, I guess this is the end of a chapter in my life where I've got to kind of let certain people go in my life. But I have to get my belongings off of her property first before I can completely sever the ties. But I need to get that out while it's turning into basically summertime weather and it's at least not likely to rain on us. There'll be enough sunny days to make it possible for us. I've got to figure out what to do and when to arrange a pickup to get the last of my belongings. And I plan to create a bit of a video showing the time-lapse work in progress, showing that I've got all my stuff back, including all the goods that I plan to sell here at my new place. Give me a second. I'm going to be passing by my roommate's bedroom, so I've got to be quiet. Right there are a couple of, specifically four blankets that I'm working on. And in this basket, there's a good number of granny squares I'm working on. I am awaiting some more stuff to eventually use to help me practice and broaden my skills in specifically brioche knitting. I'm going to be quiet again while I go back to the living room. Give me a second. Okay, so it's just I've got a lot going on. And having to move basically 5 times within a year, 12-month period, But that is insane, especially if you can't drive or anything and you're trying to figure stuff out in the logistics. It's been a lot, guys, and I've been decompressing from this. And basically, it's the death of a friend. It's not a literal death. She didn't actually die. There won't be a funeral death certificate, but that's what it kind of feels like. It kind of feels like your friend has died. I'd say the best comparison would be akin to watching your loved ones succumb to dementia or Alzheimer's. They're not literally dead. Their heart's still beating, body's still warm, they still breathing, their pupils will still respond to light shining in them. But then again, it's like you don't recognize this person anymore. So it feels, I don't know if it's deja vu, but it really does feel like the end stages of leaving my mother, but it was with a former friend. And it's really frustrating, guys, to help myself with my recovery from the latest narcissistic relationship, which is involved in basically the ending of my relationship with that former friend that I'm talking about. I've been listening to the audiobooks by Yanya Lalich, Escaping Utopia, and I'm not sure what the other one's called exactly, but it's Escaping Cults and Reclaiming Your Life. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I'll put the links to the books in the comments so you can see for yourself what they are. But my next goal in knitting, once I make this blue baby delivery blanket, and whenever I get the Karen 1 pound yarns delivered, I'm gonna actually try and practice like turning those vertical columns, the little vertical columns that you see in the ribbing. I'm gonna actually try and make them like swerve and curl and wiggle around on the fabric to draw patterns and stuff and make different textures. I'm gonna finally start practicing that because it's about time. I feel like I got the hang of the knits and purls of brioche knitting, or as they're called, it is so funny, but burps and barks. They call them burps and barks. The abbreviation for them, brioche knit, is a bark, BRK. British brioche purl, BRP, burps. It's funny. So I'm planning to seek that next chapter in my knitting. And here's a little sneak peek. This is the sleeve to this year's dog sweater. Yes, I know it's summertime, but my goal is to get it done before the anniversary of adopting our furry co-star, December 23rd, and I need as much time as I can get. It's gonna be a very bright, furry thing this year. So stay tuned for that. When we make it, I plan to give it a turtleneck at the end, and attach the sleeves on it. Here they are. Got sleeve 1, and put that there just so you know I'm not grabbing the same thing, and sleeve 2. So I got use black just because it matches on a high visibility, considering is the main color that we're using, and I can't see the contrasting yarn, the black eyelash yarn. I can't find it. It's no big deal, but another little project I plan to work on as well. So if you work at Amazon, you are aware of the safety vests that we have to wear out there. And you might also know that certain positions have different color combinations. For example, the red stripe with the fluorescent yellow, that's an operations manager. If you're on the associate safety committee like me, you'll have a green stripe. And of course, we got the purple stripe for HR, the blue for ambassador. What I want to do is make a big stuffed spider big stuffed spiders that match all of the vests, and I wanted to try and get those done before Halloween. I might not do it, I don't know. But that was something I wanted to do. I wanted to make those for my warehouse as a little decoration for October, when the spooky, creepy stuff comes around for October. I wanted to be able to do that, and that's another little side project I have on hand. But stay tuned, guys. We're figuring it out, and I also bought some purple yarns that I kind of want to make something matching for both me and Tigger. There's kind of might be a little hard to put them not next to each other. One's kind of a darker, one's a little brighter, more vibrant. I've got 2 of each of those for another project. I want to make the next dress I want to knit for myself. I want to make a matching sweater for Tigger. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I had this yarn, it's in the storage at that woman's place, that I was gonna use for both the dress and the matching dress and dog sweater. But yeah. And one final little goal I'm kind of doing for myself. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but ever since I had my baby teeth, I was a nail biter. I'm working on quitting biting my nails. That's another little something I'm working on. Got a bitter tasting nail polish to help me not bite. I'm also got myself like nail files, some fingernail clippers, and tweezers to help me kind of remove the pieces that would tempt me to bite. But otherwise, we're working on it. I might start recording outside on the patio where you saw I'm drawing the pallets, where I showed you the pallets. That's kind of where I might be doing it for now. And once I get all those stuff inside, some of those storage stuff includes all of my other like recording studio equipment. I had another table. I have other photographic backdrops. I got the frame that I could put like behind everything as a backdrop. There's a lot of stuff out there, plus some stuff I plan to get rid of and sell off in a yard sale in my new neighborhood, just to get rid of stuff, cut the ties. I'm trying to close this latest chapter in my life. And the woman I live with right now, she really wants to help me out. She's very generous, easygoing. She's a veteran and a cancer survivor. And she wants to give a hand, and I'm trying to help her out as well, and we're figuring stuff out. It's so far working really well. She loves my dog. She loves Tigger. She looks forward to the furry company and stuff. And I got a little beanbag chair because she doesn't want Tigger sitting on the chairs like I'm on right now. So I got that beanbag chair specifically to be with Tigger. And there's Tigger in his own little bed. He's laying on my robe for just a source of my scent and comfort. There was last year's sweater that he's wearing right now. So there's a little update, check-in. I didn't forget you guys. Granted, I don't necessarily know most of you personally or anything, but we've been doing stuff, and just please, some of the people who follow me, who work with me at DSO6, keep it quiet. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil the staff, please, about my plans to try and knit little stuffed spiders that match our high visibility vests. Don't blow it, please. I'm asking you just because I want to surprise them. And I want to put some little magnets on the feet and maybe on the little belly of the spider. Well, it's not really a belly, just so that way it can like stick to the whiteboards that they have over there. They could also set them on the desks as a cute little decoration. And I'll take them back home after Halloween, maybe November 1st, whichever is closest to whatever day I'm at work. Because, I'll be off. I'll be off Mondays and Tuesdays, so I don't know if it'll fall on a Monday, Tuesday. If so, whatever, I can go and get it later. But that's something I want to do. If you work at DSR6 with me, please keep it secret. Let's surprise the staff. Best of wishes. Thank you, those of you who are still subscribed and hung around patiently for me. Those of you who understood me taking a break, trying to deal with all the moving and everything, thank you so much again for your support and everything. Remember, please check the community tab, because that's a quick and easy update I can give you guys. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing the beanie, it's not because I'm cold or anything. My seizures seem to be getting triggered by hair clips I used to wear. In fact, last month or March, I can't remember, I had 2 seizures in the same week, and they had to call emergency services for me, and desperate to be able to keep my job and not have to take a leave of absence or anything like that. I had to find a way to put my hair up in a way that's not aggravating my seizures, and I gave these little thin, mostly cotton beanies a try, and they seem to be working. They seem to be working to hold my hair up, keep it out of the way. It's quick and easy. So don't be surprised if you see this more often again as we continue onward. This is probably going to be part of my little signature outfit, if you want to say, along with my purple sweatshirts and black shirts, pants, or night dresses. However you end up seeing it. But yeah, it's just going to probably be additional to my current signature outfit. You have to just start getting used to it. So, the best of wishes to you all. Have a good day, and go ahead, say it in the comments to Tigger. Yeah, go ahead and say hi to Tigger, say goodbye. We'll see you soon. Just stay tuned, and we'll be there, okay? Thanks again, guys.